Welcome to Folding Camper Fixes. We'll sort your snaps and mend your glitches. No fuss, no frills, just honest work. Yorkshire style with a cheeky smirk.
Well, there you go then.
Hello everybody, so today we're looking at an all-working pump. Common problems when you're unpacking your camper or you haven't used it for a while is the pump can seize. So I'm going to show you today how to get to the pump and check it. If you just want to double check before you pull the pump, just double check it's not a fuse, which can sometimes be on. It's the second tenon along. Just take fuse. As you can see, that one's good. So we know it's not the 10-amp fuse. But there is another fuse underneath the toilet inside the cassette. So if turning the motor doesn't work, it could also be that fuse. So we'll try turning the motor, and it may be we need to check the other fuse. First is going to remove the handle, pull it up. Second is going to remove this, which is just clips on. Be careful now because you do have cables in it. So your pump is actually under here, and this is what this cable's going to. So we need to try out. Yeah, don't lose this rubber seal. Please place that to one side. Then my pump stopped working just after I filled the tank, so now I've got to get my hand in full of liquid. But the pump is right down there, and you have to get your hand in at an awkward angle and pull it out. So I've pulled the pump up. Now I've just got to get it out of the toilet. There we have it. One pump. So the problem is these impellers hit a dead zone and it just won't spin anymore. So I'm going to get a little screwdriver, little like jeweler's or glasses screwdriver, and just push those around to see if it'll come back to life. My apologies for this next part. I have lost the video footage to me trying to spin the impeller, but as you can see from this still image highlighted, all you need to do is, using a small screwdriver like a jeweler's screwdriver, is just spin the impeller a couple of rotations, and that should normally free up the motor. Try testing it then with the button. Hopefully it should spin up and it will be fine. In this case, the motor was still completely dead. No movement. It didn't even make a clicking noise. So from here on in, I proceed to test the 3-amp fuse, which is under the toilet inside the camper where the cassette goes, and that's going to be the next section. So like I say, in 99% of cases, just turning that impeller with a screwdriver should fix or resolve your stuck pump problem. But in this case, unfortunately, it didn't. So the second fuse is right down there in there, so let's go and check that. So I've got this fuse out. if I can get the key to focus. But this fuse has actually blown, so I'm going to get that replaced. 3 amp fuse. That's probably happened because the motor got jammed. So replace that, hopefully that should fix it. So I always keep one of these in the camper for such an occasion. Hopefully we've got a 3 amp. Purple. There we go. So I'm going to go and put this one in. So fortunately I think it's the actual pump that has gone, because if you listen, the pump is now trying to turn but not turning. I tried to feed it free and spinning the rotor spins. I can turn the impeller. So I think this pump is actually blown, and that's why the fuse is blown, because there's something wrong now with this. So I'm going to have to order another one and replace the pump. So got the new pump. It's the old pump. Threaded the cable through the tank and stripped off the brown and blue, and I'm going to connect it to these brown and blues here with a crimp fitting. And if anybody does know the name of this type of fitting, I will be interested to see whether I can actually take that off and then actually put that straight into the connector like the new cable is. I can't see how it comes apart. So if anybody does know the name of that connector, obviously they go into these. I'm not sure, it's just one I've not seen before. So if anybody does know the name, let me know, because I would be interested to see whether I can in a future date wire this, put those pins out and wire properly. But for now, I'm going to crimp it. Okay, so as you can see, that's those cables crimped, and they'll just sit inside that tray. So I'm going to get the power back on, connect that board back up, bit of testing. So we're connected. I've wired the battery back up, so hopefully when we press the button we should get a toilet flush. There we go. So that's one working pump. So I'm going to get all this back in, just push that onto the water side of the pump, drop this in the tank, and we'll test the flush. So I'll get back to you when all the pump's back in. Putting it back in is just the same way as taking it out. So sorry that it's working. Right, all working now. Ready for the next camp. So that's the toilet back together. Thunder jug's ready for another outing. So I have just tried putting this across the 12-volt battery, and it is sparking, so there's definitely a short inside that. So unfortunately that pump is dead. But if yours is stuck, like I said earlier, do try just to turn the impeller with a tiny screwdriver. Sometimes they do stick after they've been stuck, after you've had your camper in storage. First thing to try. Also check the 10 amp fuse on your fuse board. This had blown the 3 amp fuse underneath the pilot, so you could check that. But usually 9 times out of 10 it is just that impeller's got stuck. But unfortunately this time this pump has bit the dust. So new pump, new 3 amp fuse, and we're back up and running. Alright, thanks all for watching. I'll catch you in the next set.
Welcome to Folding Camper Fixes. We'll sort your snaps and mend your glitches. No fuss, no frills, just honest work. Yorkshire style with a cheeky smirk.
Well, there you go then.